Hi everyone! Today we will start to read this book. Now, we usually do we usually start at the end, the middle, or the beginning with the title page? If you said the beginning with the title page, you are correct. But before we read this, just take a minute to look at the title. Here you can see how big this font is. The letters are all uppercase. And that is because this is the title. This is the most important. And it says Sam and Dave dig a hole. Have you guys ever dug a hole? If so, why did you guys dig a hole? If you ever dug a hole? And what tool did you use to dig a hole? I want you guys to consider these types of questions. In this case, Sam and Dave dig a hole. Why do you think they're getting ready to dig a hole? Or why do you think they're gonna dig a hole? Well, do you think they'll find anything? What do you think they'll find? Let's find out. Also notice how I read from top to bottom. You also have to read from left to right. So let us begin. On Monday, Sam and Dave dug a hole. Now, what are they using right here? Can you see what they're using? That's right, they're using a shovel. Have you guys ever used a shovel to dig a hole? If you ever dug a hole? Now, let's find out why they're trying to dig this hole, or dig a hole. When should we stop digging? Asked Sam. We are on a mission, said Dave. We won't stop digging until we find something spectacular. What do you think spectacular means in this context? If you said amazing, that is correct. But what is something spectacular that they're trying to find? Because it says they're trying to find something spectacular. What do you think they're trying to find? Could it be treasure? Could it be something else? Let's find out. The hole got so deep that their heads were underground. But they still had not found anything spectacular. We need to keep digging, said Dave. Here they use the word spectacular again. And you can see how big of a hole that they dug. They're continuing to dig deeper, deeper, deeper. Why do you think they're continuing to dig deeper, deeper, deeper? Do we know what they're gonna find? Do we know why they're digging? It says to find something spectacular, but what can that spectacular thing be? Let us find out. So, they kept digging. And from this picture, you can see that they're continuing to dig. What do you see here? Looks like jewel. You're right. That is jewel. They took a break. Dave drank chocolate milk out of a canteen. Sam ate animal cookies he had wrapped in their grandfather's kerchief. Maybe, said Dave, The problem is that we are digging straight down. Yes, said Sam. That could be the problem. I think we should dig in another direction, said Dave. Yes, said Sam. That is a good idea. What do you guys think canteen means? Any guesses as to what canteen means? They said Dave drank chocolate milk out of a canteen. So canteen just means a cup. It could be warm, it could be cold. It's just a cup to contain your drinks. And kerchief is same thing as a bandana, something that you wear around your neck. Now, why is it that they're taking a break? Do you think they're getting tired? Do you think they have a problem? It says they have a problem with digging straight down. What do you think's gonna happen next? Do you think something different's gonna happen? Do you think they're gonna go opposite ways? Let's find out. I have a new idea, said Dave. Let's split up. Really? Said Sam. Just for a little while, said Dave. It'll help our chances. Now notice how I said really, because it's a question. So it's important to say really, like you're asking a question. Now, what idea do you think they have? It tells you in here. They're planning to split up. Why do you think they're trying to split up? Do you think it'll succeed? You think they'll be, if they split up, they'll be able to find something spectacular? What's the purpose of splitting up? It also says it'll help our chances. What chances are they talking about? It'll help with what chances? Like their chances to find something? What do you think? Let's find out. So, Dave went one way and Sam went another. Notice how I pause right here? Because they have a comma. So now, why is it that they're going in different directions? Why are they splitting up? One's going this way, one's going to the bottom. Why are they splitting up? What will they find if they find something? But they did not find anything spectacular. Maybe we should go back to digging straight down, said Dave. So, did they find anything that was spectacular? No. What do you think is gonna happen next? After they dig straight down, do you think they'll find something? Why do you think they're gonna be continuing to dig straight down? Would you, if you were in their position, would you give up because you aren't finding anything, or would you continue to dig? Curious on your thoughts. Yes, said Sam. That is a good idea. So, why do you think that's a good idea? Because it says that is a good idea. Why do you think that's a good idea? Or do you think it's not a good idea? You're gonna continue to dig straight down. Why? What will they find anything? Sam and Dave ran out of chocolate milk, but they kept digging. They shared the last animal cookie, but they kept digging. One thing to also note, I'm sure all of you guys drink chocolate milk. Whenever you drink chocolate milk, just take the time to notice these types of labels like chocolate milk, graham crackers, animal cookies. All of these different types of labels are also in our environment. So that's one thing to note. Now, in the story, they're continuing to dig. What do you think their attitude is? Why are they continuing to dig? If it was you, would you give up? Or would you, let's say you're continuously digging, you're tired, because it said they were tired. Do you think they're trying to, what do you think they're trying to find? You think there's a treasure chest? Well, let's find out. After a while, Sam sat down. Dave, he said, I am tired. I cannot dig anymore. I am tired too, said Dave. We should take a rest. So now, they are tired. They're planning to take a rest. They can't dig. Why do you think this dog is trying to dig? You notice that this dog is continuing to dig. Why is that? And you see there's a bone. Maybe he's trying to get after the bone. Why do you think the guys are tired? Could be because they dug so much. Did they find anything? Not yet. Will they find anything? Let's find out. Sam and Dave fell asleep. And from this image, you can tell they are asleep. Now, what is this dog trying to get? The dog is digging even further down. Do you think the dog will find something? Let's see. What's gonna happen next? Let's find out. So you can see the bone fell. Can you predict from this image what's gonna happen next? Something bad is gonna happen. Then Sam and Dave were falling. What would you do if you're in their shoes? Somehow, the dog ended up digging so much. Now, both of them, and look at the shovels. All of them are falling. This is, what do you think is gonna happen next? You think they're gonna continue falling? They're gonna get hurt? What could possibly happen? Sam and Dave fell down. Down. Why do you think they repeat? Down. What's the significance of them falling? Why is it important to know that they're falling? Do you think they're gonna get hurt? Why? Because you can see from their face that they were not expecting to fall. Let's see what happens next. Until they landed in the soft dirt. Well, said Sam. Well, said Dave, that was pretty spectacular. Now, why do you think they're saying that it was pretty spectacular that they fell? What what makes you think that falling is pretty spectacular? I mean, it's a good thing that they did not get hurt. But let's find out why they think it's pretty spectacular, or what they're gonna do next. And they went inside for chocolate milk and animal cookies. This is the end of the story. Now, you notice what they have over here? Yeah, they do have shovels. And where are they headed? Looks like they're heading back home. Now, what did the dog get at the end? Can you see? It's a bone. Now, I want you guys to think about your personal experiences of digging a hole. Can you put yourself in their shoes? Why do you think Sam and Dave dug this hole? Also, it ends like that they went inside for chocolate milk and animal cookies. Do you think they're gonna continue the dig more after they finish their cookies and their milk? Or do you think they gave up because they found something spectacular? They didn't really find anything spectacular, but their experience of falling down, I guess, was enough for them to give up, possibly. But just think about that. It's important that after you read, to understand why, what's the author's purpose of writing this? Why did the author decide to write in a way so that we have the inference? So my question to you guys is, well, what do you think is gonna happen next? Why do you think that their digging led to them eventually falling? But I hope you understood why they were trying to continue the dig. What were they trying to find? I'd love for you guys to write me a couple sentences on what you thought of this reading. Why they were digging. What were they digging for? It said that they were digging for something to find something spectacular. But what exactly? What is the spectacular thing that they were trying to find? That is an important question to have. And especially when you're reading these stories, you have to remember to read from top to bottom, left to right, and just think about all the print words and how they can occur in our environment. Just like chocolate milk, animal cookies, these labels are also in our environment. Things we eat, Everything has a label. If your parents drive you to the supermarket, you'll notice the sign, the stop sign, whatever it might be. So these are some of the things to consider. But thank you so much for joining with me. Take care.